Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here. Giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and viva la raza.
Órale. Órale. Total Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout out to all the junkies out there. Man, it is a WrestleMania Junior Week, also known as SummerSlam Week. Let me bring in my tag team partner from the LA Times, one Mr. Pablo.
What's happening?
What's going on, big dog?
All right. Am I coming through loud and clear?
Yeah. I got you.
All right. I got some earphones that Big Joe had given me a while back. I didn't know if they work good, so just testing them out.
All right, cool. Now I got to hit them up and say, hey, where are mine at now?
Oh, hey, they're all old, bro. They're like wire connected. He got some Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. He gave me all the wired ones, bro.
I'm over here in the hotel room, man, using their Wi-Fi, and it looks like it's a little bit choppy, man. Hopefully, you can hear me okay, though?
Yeah, sometimes you've been getting choppy lately, bro, but maybe it's because you're in Reno or something.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at their internet connection, and all the bars aren't full. So
far, so good.
And then it goes up and then goes down, then goes up and down. But anyway, man, SummerSlam week, Pablo, are you just overall? I mean, we're not talking about like SummerSlam. Are you all excited? Do you feel like that summer heat?
As far as SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Not really, bro. Not really.
Okay.
I'm not too excited yet. I am going to be watching. I'm going to be watching live, and not live from there, but live. It is a thing. It's on my calendar, so I'm not so excited. The matches are like so.
Okay.
It's not really. I don't have the feeling like the one you went to. The last one you went to, where I think Becky beat Bianca and all that.
Yeah.
It? Yeah. Like that one, man. That was a huge one. There were some big vibes there, and I don't feel it yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. I'm not really I find myself trying to get myself excited, as opposed to it just like, oh man, I can't wait, man. For one reason or another, I don't know, the feel isn't quite there, man.
Right.
But nonetheless, I will be watching. That's for damn sure. So
yeah, we'll get into it later, but there's some matches I'll tell you that I'm excited about that you wouldn't think so. So, yeah. And some that I'm not excited about that you wouldn't think so.
Oh man. Hey, did you get a chance to watch SmackDown?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm watching the match between Santos Escobar
Right.
and Rey Mysterio.
Right.
And I'm like, huh, all right. Santos leaps out of the ring,
Yeah.
head first, hits Ray. Ray goes back and can't continue. And I'm like, huh, all right, I guess so. And then it comes out later on that, hey, actually, it was something before that. They just used that moment to end the match, I guess.
Really?
I'm not sure how accurate that is.
Wow.
But I'm not really sure. What's your thoughts on it, Paul?
Yeah. Well, when I saw it, and then afterwards, hearing that Santos was supposed to win anyway, clean,
Uh-huh.
and then, but then seeing, I rewatched it when he slid out the ring, and the way Ray landed, it looked like his head bounced a little,
The
like
back
he
of his
got
head.
jarred. Yeah, like his back of his head got jarred a little. So I figured out that must have been it, and I was like, wow, trip out, you know.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was kind of thinking. That's the way I was going. I was like, oh, okay, probably the back of his head kind of hit. But then I hear later that it's like, oh no, it was something else earlier during the match. They just used that time to end it, and I'm like, well, wait, that's kind of awkward. Well, because then why don't you just end it with a pin?
Right. Instead of having Ray take somebody flying at him, this
Right.
guy's flying at him full force. Doesn't really make sense, huh? It's
Yeah.
like, hey, dude, you wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, exactly, man. Would you rather have them stop the match like that, or would you rather just have them get a pin, even though it's kind of a weak pin? I mean, we all remember the Stone Cold Steve Austin rolling up Owen Hart.
Uh-huh.
We all remember Randy Orton getting pinned by Triple H, even though Randy Orton, he was thrown out of the ring and he broke his collarbone.
Right.
And Triple H still put him back in the ring and kind of just like hit him with the sledgehammer, which you could tell that Randy Orton wasn't knocked out. He was in pain.
Yeah.
He gets pinned.
Yeah.
I mean, would you rather them just say like, hey, listen, we're not going to try to have a pin here because the guy's kind of out of it? Or are you kind of like on the Triple H side, like, hey, the show goes on?
Yeah, I would have kind of liked to. Yeah, I would have probably rather have him stop the match. Stop the match. He's hurt. He can't continue. Whatever. Not the way they did it. Not the way they did it this time. But stop the match, and then Ray could put him over. I didn't like seeing Ray losing to Santos. To be honest with you, but I guess they got to put him over. They got to put him up. They got to raise him up, and beating Ray is definitely up there.
You're esa Benny from the box straight out of the Rockies.
Hey, number one Dominic Mysterio fan right there.
Yeah, man. I do remember the Stone Cold when he rolls up Owen Hart. It was like the sorriest roll up you could ever see, man. It was like, wow. But I'm like, okay, well, I mean, the show must go on. I'm not sure, Paul. The way I see this, the way it went down, I'm like, look, Ray was still able to not, I don't want to say go, but you could have probably dragged him out to the middle of the ring and then, just did like some sort of frog splash and cover him. I'm not sure what was going on. I don't know how bad Ray was injured. I'm just saying it just kind of looked like they could have had a better ending, man. How say you?
Yeah, I mean, Ray, yeah, they could have, because Ray just stood right up, bro. Like nothing. Like nothing. Kind of like Garcia's fight, remember? And he quit, and he just stood right up like, dude, you could have gone some more,
Yeah.
Like, man. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see what happens with Ray, man. As of right now, I haven't seen anything like, hey, he's out for a while or anything like that. I'm not sure if he's injured. I guess he just got knocked. I don't even really know, Paul. I try to look up, like, hey, what's his injury or what exactly happened, and there's not really much, man, that I could find. It's
Yeah,
just that,
the rumor mill is he is really injured, but nothing that he's
yes,
injured too bad. Where he's going to need surgery. I think he
right.
just got rung.
Yeah, yeah, could be, man, could be. Speaking on that, man, his opponent Santos Escobar. Word is that this guy's going to start getting a big push, man. What's your thoughts on this Santos Escobar guy?
Santos, man, I don't know how to feel yet, man. I get it. I get it, and I'm happy they are trying to build up, a Latino.
Uh huh.
But I'm not totally into that. He has charisma to be carrying, a belt. I'm not sure yet. He's great, bro. He's a legend, over in Mexico. But I don't know that here he's ready yet to carry a belt. I really don't think, and I know they said he's going to beat Austin. I really don't see him beating Austin, but you never know. You never know, man. I don't know. I think eventually he's going to do a turn on Ray, you know.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Could be. Do we need to start a GoFundMe for a new flannel for Domodork? um, okay, so the word is he's gonna get a big push. He's facing Theory for the United States champion. I think he does beat him. So okay, because I don't know, Paul. So he is pretty big, south of the border.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He has a following, and I think he comes from a bloodline too of wrestlers. If I'm not sure, bro, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he does. So yeah, he's really good down there. So it might be a time that they're trying to bring up another Latino wrestler, seeing that Ray is going, and that Ray maybe has what 2 or 3 years left. They're trying to build up other Latino wrestlers, so when they go to Mexico, they have some people to invest in. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with what you're saying. His charisma, I don't know, man. I don't really see too. I, I'll be real. I don't really care too much about this guy. I'm not
Right,
against. Okay, I'm not against him. I want to make that clear. I'm not rooting against him. But I'm not rooting for him either. He's just kind of there for me. It's just that kind of like, just whatever. I guess
right,
he's there. He's a filler in the roster, man. If he wins, he wins. If he loses, he loses. But I'm not really that big into his storyline.
right. Me either. Me either. I'm not that big either, bro. I hear you. To me, he's kind of like how the Miz is right now. The Miz is kind of like they just have him there. They're not really using him too much. He's just there. And I like the Miz. I'm just saying the Miz they could go way up with him, but
Right.
now for whatever reason they have him kind of mid card, and that's why I see this guy. I just something in me I can't get behind it fully yet. Do I want Austin to lose the belt? Yes, because I think he plateaued. But I don't know. Is Santos the guy? We'll see. Maybe they have something planned that we don't know about. And I do see again he's going to turn on Ray. He's going to turn on Ray. And then also, well, we'll get into this. I don't know if this guy's going to have a play in it, but I know I spit in the face of people who try to be cool. I know he's coming. I know he's signed and he's supposed to be coming soon. Where will he come in? I don't know.
All right. Fantasma. I guess that's who he is down south of the border, but up here he's Santos. Benny's saying he's 50-50 for me too. Yeah, I mean, okay. Austin Theory, I thought was getting over very fast.
Yeah,
Once upon a time. And that time is gone, man. That time, I
yeah,
don't know, man. I'm not even really sure what happened. I don't know if it was when Vince took off, but my
yep,
goodness, somebody threw a bucket of water on his fire, man, because it just ended.
yes,
Like the heat, how hot he was, man, and how fast he was rising. Paul, somebody just grabbed a bucket of cold ice and just threw it on his fire, man, because he just stopped.
Yeah, remember everybody? Do you remember specifically Roman Reigns and other people came out and straight told him to his face, "Your Poppy's not here no more."
Yeah,
Remember? Remember? So I think that didn't help. That didn't help, bro. And I think the McMahons don't realize, or maybe they do, the rub that they have. Like having one of the McMahons on the show, whether it's Stephanie, Shane, Vince, just as a general manager or something, can give a superstar a lot of rub. He had the McMahon rub and he lost it. You know, if they were to bring back a McMahon and put him with them and, kind of bossing him around, whatever, it could give him a little rub, man. The McMahons, I always like seeing one of the McMahons, regardless who it is, on the show.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be cool, man. Maybe if Shane gets in there and that becomes his guy, Shane goes out there with him. That'd be pretty cool, man. I would like that. Yeah.
Somebody, some kind of rub, bro. But I think he might be at the end of his run, bro, and maybe they're going to take a chance at this new guy, who's not a new guy, but you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, man, because he was burning, man. He was burning. Remember, he even won Money in the Bank.
Yep.
He won Money in the Bank, and then right when his fire kind of was about to die out, he lost, or he didn't lose it, but he cashed in, and he failed his cash in. What's up, Richard? And I was just like, man, dog, like this guy was very, very relevant. And now it's just kind of like nobody cares.
Right.
So Santos Escobar, I think Santos can. I think he'll go over. Funny thing is to me, Paul, that this match isn't even going to be at SummerSlam. This match is going to be on SmackDown in 2 weeks.
What?
Yeah. This is not a SummerSlam. Yeah, this is not a SummerSlam match unless they change it this coming Friday. But no, man, to the best of my knowledge, this match is to take place on SmackDown next week. Not this coming Friday, but the following Friday.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of strange, man.
Whoa.
You want to put this guy over. This is a championship match. You want it to be relevant. Why not put this, man? Why not put this at SummerSlam? I don't understand.
Yeah. You're breaking up a little.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
okay.
just don't move. Just don't move. Put one arm up and one leg up.
No, you know what I gotta do, man? Is I gotta get a wire hanger with some foil paper.
There you go.
No, yeah, that like I was saying, this is a championship match, Paul. Like, if you want to build this guy up, if you want this to be meaningful, if you want to do something with this, I don't understand. Why not have it at SummerSlam, man? Why have it at SmackDown? Not this Friday, but the following Friday. Like, why not put it in SummerSlam? I don't get it.
Right. I agree, man. I didn't know.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, that's, well, we'll see what's up with Santos Escobar. As of right now, I'm just kind of like, whatever. Like I said, he doesn't suck, but he's not great either. He's just kind of there.
Right.
So, are you rooting for the guy, Pablo? Do you want to see good things from this guy?
Yes.
Do you think he could be, I don't want to say the guy, but do you think he could be, a big star? Not the star, but at least a big star, a relevant star.
Yeah, but they have to make us care. Bro. I think he wins the title. He has to, something happens, dude, where he's going to have to feud. He's going to have to get a feud that we care about, bro. Backstab Ray, do something, bro. And if you remember, he was a bad guy. But then all of a sudden when he jumped on Ray's team, he started being a good guy, So they were bad guys already. So I don't know. The only thing that made them a good guy was Ray.
Right. Is this LWO working for you?
Nah, not even, bro. They're just looking at it as a way to sell shirts. It's not like the old days, bro. Even the LWO back then wasn't so great, They were like, the minor leagues in a sense. They had great wrestlers, bro. But they, everybody was jumping on the NWO bandwagon, right? Then there
Yeah.
was Wolfpack, the NWO Red, Black, Blue, whatever, and then they had the LWO. It's like, oh, orale, come on. So this is just one more thing added to that. But Selena Vega, I am into what she's doing. She's definitely like over. Santos still has a little bit of work to do to get over, bro.
Yeah, if people don't remember, I think ECW even had a blue world order.
Yeah, man.
So everybody was ready. All right, hang on, Paul. You said Zelina Vega, you're into what she's doing. What is she doing, dog? Because I'm lost with her.
Did you not see Puerto Rico, bro? Man, that's when she was over and became a star. No, what's she doing? No, I mean, I'm just saying I'm behind her. That the people are behind her. Now, whether they use her or not, that's on them, bro. The people are behind her. They like what she's doing.
You believe the people are behind her, Paul? Or you think that was just down in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I think both. I think people are behind her, and also I'll say that she has a look. She has a look that she's attractive, where people follow her for that reason too. And I think people want to see more of her, bro. I think they'd rather see more of her than like Shayna Baszler or Ronda or these people. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Paul,
into a big.
All right, Paul. She only got that title match because she's Puerto Rican and they're going to Puerto Rico. There was no need to have her in a title match. And to be honest, man, and I'm not, I'm not putting homegirl down, man. But to be honest, there's really no need for her, man. She could be a good manager, but Paul, in all reality, she sucks, man.
Nah, bro. She don't, bro. She's good,
come
bro.
on, man.
You're hating now, bro.
One of her matches, Paul.
You're hating, bro. You're hating now, bro. Bro, she can go, bro. She can go. Yeah. Hey, who did they go to after Selena? Who did they go to after Selena? Who was next? Natalia, right? Natalia. They went to Natalia, and Natalia didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
They're just Selena and Natalia were just fill-ins. But what they've seen, this is what I'm saying. What they've seen in Selena is that they could do more with her, bro, than just being a little thing on the side. I think they could do a lot more with Selena.
Like what though? Like what? What can they do with her, man? She doesn't put any good matches, Paul.
No, she does do good matches, bro. She could go. She could go. Look her up, bro. She could go.
Oh, Pablo, stop, man. Stop. She's not. I'm okay. I'm gonna say she is decent at best, but that's at best, man.
Expect somebody just put Paul wants to see Liv Morgan. Who is better? Puts a better match, her or Liv Morgan?
I think. You know what? That's a good one.
Exactly. I'm just saying, like you see Liv Morgan prance to the corner, and everybody has to stop to wait for a setup for her to do her flashing move. It's like with Selena, you don't have to see that setup. She goes naturally into it, dude. She's been working with Ray. She's working with Santos, man. She could go a little bit farther, man. I'm not saying she's a superstar, bro. I'm just saying if they choose right, they go to the Latin countries, the Latin areas like LA. She could do a little bit more than what they have her doing. Is she going to be a Rhea Ripley? No, not at all, dude.
Between her and Liv Morgan, the fact that between that it's a close one already tells you where she's at. It already tells you where she's at, man. She's not that good, man. She's not. I don't know what else they can do with her. I think they can do a lot with her as her being a manager, especially for a heel. But I don't really see what they can do with her, man, as a wrestler.
Hey, what do you think about them? What do you think about them? I know it's been brought up by the women. adding like an IC title to the women or something like that.
That'd be cool, man. Because right now, by the way, what's up, Iron Tiger?
What's up?
Much appreciated, brother. You guys have fun out there in Philadelphia, man. I met Iron Tiger and Polite Scumbag at WrestleMania 39.
Nice.
They gifted me, man, a bottle of wine.
Right.
But yeah, gracias, man. We got to chop it up just a little bit right outside. I'm down with it because right now there's only one strap, and I'm gonna be honest, Paul. I think this women's tag team division, I think it's dying. I think it's on life support. I don't see anybody caring about it. There's no real tag teams. Man. I think it was it was cool to experiment with it, but I don't see it going anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. I'd rather see them come up with an IC title or USA championship or something, bro. Something where we could have the people who are maybe not the A-list do something with it,
Yeah, definitely, man, because it's just the tag team straps. It's just not working, man.
Right.
It's just not working. I don't like it. I don't care. And whenever they come out with the tag team straps, I'm like, I don't care. I don't even care who's tag team champions, man. So it'll be cool if they come out with another strap, man, like a lower tier strap. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Before you go on, just wanna. I don't know if you know this, but September 25th, Monday Night Raw is coming to Ontario, man. So just throwing it out to the people in the atmosphere, man. You guys can make it out. Go out there, check it out.
You going?
Right at this moment, no, man. At this moment, no. No, man. Because watching my dad and all that. So we'll see. Hope to. That would be great. I try to make every show that they have out here, man. Ontario is always fun.
Okay, the Monday Night Raw, San Jose, then NXT, No Mercy, Bakersfield. Let's keep the channel going. Positive vibes. Yeah, Iron Tiger, man, you're going to all these shows. See, I do want to go to that Monday Night Raw, but I'll be heading back from Vegas from the football game. You got Steelers and Raiders that play that Sunday afternoon, I believe. And we'll be coming back that Monday, so I'm probably not gonna make the show, man. But damn it, I'll have to see. Hey, Paul, something that came up that I thought is pretty damn interesting, man. I got a couple of controversial ones here. I got two good controversial ones. Well, okay. We'll start with one that is non-controversial. We'll leave the two controversials for after this. But
all right. So the non-controversial is that Shawn Michaels is overrated.
Okay. Hey, just play it. Something like that, man.
Okay, let's go.
All right, but this one isn't that controversial. It just pisses me off.
What?
LA Knight.
Yes.
Okay. LA Knight is over. He is damn over.
Definite.
Okay. All right. Okay. What they have planned for him at SummerSlam is to be in a battle royal.
I know.
What the hell is that?
I know. That's
who cares about battle royals, Paul? Like you have the Andre Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania, and look, while it's cool to have just so you can involve everybody in the roster, I'm not against it. I'm not cool. Have the Andre Memorial Battle Royal, and this is WrestleMania. This is the top of the top, man. The biggest show of them all. Does anybody care of who wins that thing?
Nah, nobody cares, bro. Because remember the time, bro. Remember the time in I don't know. I want to say the 80s or 90s when they used to have the A-listers in the Battle Royal. Battle meant something. Now they mean nothing, dude. They're just a filler. So everybody gets a little paycheck and gets in there, and it's lame. It's almost like a bathroom break, right? It's so dumb. It's so dumb, bro. It's so dumb. But being that LA Knight is in it, I must watch it, though.
Wow. By the way, Monday Night Raw is in Houston tonight, H-Town.
Man.
You know what? You're right, Paul. You're right. I didn't even think about it like that, man. once upon a time, you go way back in the day, the battle royals used to have all the A-listers.
Yep.
Now it's all the mid to low tier guys.
Yep. 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 Yep.
So yeah, so nobody's gonna care about it, man. So when
I
you get,
sure don't.
yeah, I was like, Ellen, that's what you're putting. Wait a second, this is SummerSlam. This guy is over. You're putting him in a battle royal? Like, what the hell is that, man? But
Yeah, and who else is in there? I forget, bro, but there's somebody else in there that I was thinking could also win this thing. So I forget who it
uh,
was.
I know I guess, somewhat somehow having a little bit of beef maybe with Sheamus now.
Right, right.
So okay, hopefully they don't do LA Knight wrong, man.
Which they will. They will. They will. I was watching somebody today saying, I forgot what wrestling show, but was saying that he's predicted his spotlight it's going to dimmer. Somebody was saying it's going to dimmer, man. When you play to the crowd, it only lasts so long.
Oh, Jim Cornette.
Is that Jim Cornette?
Yeah, Jim
Yeah.
Cornette.
He's pretty smart, man. Maybe he has something there where you keep playing to the crowd, but I think he's kind of a face right now, man. He needs to do something that just gets under our skin, man, and just take it to the next level.
Yeah, well, I just kind of want him to be a guy that's not a face or not a heel. He just is.
Yeah, kind of like Stone Cold.
Yeah, kind of like Stone Cold, kind of like Randy Orton. Yeah, he just is. But all right, Paul, let's move into a couple of controversial ones here. I got two of them here. Let's see how you like these apples, man. Okay, one is, you remember Ahmed Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay, so Ahmed Johnson recently was interviewed, and he said one of the problems in the business was racism. Now, he said not by Vince, not by anything like that, but at that time, DX was doing their thing, and they were really pushing the envelope, feuding with Nation of Domination. And in his mind, they were going pretty damn overboard. And they even apparently pitched a whole, let's hang them,
Wow.
kind of spot, man. And he's
Yeah.
all like, hell no, he's not like, nah, man, I'm not down with this. For him, it was a heck of a lot more offensive. Like other guys were like taking it like, it's cool, it's just part of the show. But he was like, heck no, man, I'm not doing this. And I guess his sister or somebody or his aunt was sick in the hospital, and he's all like, I do not want them to see me, hanging or anything like that, man.
Yeah.
Like he ain't down with that, man. What's your thoughts on that, man? I mean, it was during a time that DX was pushing the line.
Yeah, man. And speaking of Shawn Michaels, though, he was the guy behind the scenes. Supposedly, if you watch interviews, he was the guy politicking more than anyone, And him and Triple H at the time were supposedly keeping people down, And one of the greatest of all time, DX, man, one of my favorites. But that's crazy, bro. I could see it. I think there was a lot of racism back then, and even in the Mexicans, the way they pushed, the way they did Eddie, the way they use it, lying, cheating, stealing, at the time. I know it was probably their idea, but man, just the stuff I used to see on WWE, like I said, seeing Eddie come out and people with signs that Eddie mows my grass and, stuff like that, like if somebody did that today, bro, and they were sitting next to me, we might have to rumble, bro. And I ain't about that rumble life. If somebody were to put that up in the sign now, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like Santos Escobar mows my grass. I'd be like, oh my God, that's a racial statement, right? It's a different time, bro. You couldn't do it today. I don't know, man. There was so much stuff going on, man. Remember HLA? Man, there was so much stuff back then. I don't even know what to say, bro. Yeah, I believe it, though. What do you think? You there? Cholo, everybody out there, if you can hear me, press 1, please. I think he ran from the question, everybody out there. I think he ran from the question because he knows I was going to have him talk honestly about Shawn Michaels, huh? Yeah, man, we'll wait for Cholo to come back. He's on a hotel in Reno, Nevada right now, and he's having some trouble with his internet. We'll be right back at you, man. But yeah, it was definitely a different time. And back then, if I don't know how many of you guys watch Young Rock on Peacock. They get into some of that stuff.
All right, back in here, man.
You back? But
Yeah.
Cholo, I was just filling in time while you were gone. But also, have you watched the show Young Rock?
I've seen a little bit here and there, but not too much to know what's going on.
Go into you got to watch it, bro. It's a lot of wrestling history, bro. How Macho Man, the Iron Sheik, how they got started, but they get into this time that you're talking about. They get into it, and they talk about Shawn Michaels the way he was backstage, but they use a different character. You know, The Rock I guess him and The Rock had some problems back in the day, but The Rock was honest about it, man. So they have a segment show just on kind of this subject, you know, and
Really?
it's a trip. Yeah, man. But that show is so good for wrestling history, man.
Okay. Is the show still going on?
It got canceled, bro, but they're still up there. It's like 3 seasons or something like that.
All right. I'll be sure to check it out, man.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of stuff going on that wouldn't fly today. It didn't bother me. It still wouldn't bother me if it went on today. It bothers so many others, but it wouldn't bother me. But
if you see somebody at the wrestling show say Rey Mysterio mows my grass sitting next to you, you wouldn't be offended. A white dude.
Hang
on.
Dude. Okay, hang on, Paul. Hang on. Because that's not in the storylines today, yeah, it would be different for me. But it was actually in the storylines back then, man.
Right.
So it's a little bit different for somebody just to have something like that for Rey Mysterio, and there hasn't been any type of racial storyline at all. Then yeah, man, then maybe it would bother me. It's like, okay, yeah, dog, now you're doing something different. But
yeah,
you gotta remember, like Eddie Guerrero and everything, you had the storyline JBL going down there to the border and kicking families out and stuff like that. So it was part of the storyline.
Hey, what do you think, man? I think there was a lot of racism back there, bro. But once you're hired and you're under contract, what can you do? Like, remember when they had all the Mexican wrestlers and they made them all take their masks off? You know what I mean? All the Mexican wrestlers that were in the company, they made them take their mask off, bro. And that was a huge thing, bro. But what could they do? They're signed, you know? You know, it's like, I don't know. I think, and all I'm saying, I think behind some of those storylines, there was a little bit of racism, man. They didn't care about the culture of Mexican wrestling, you know? Whatever. I mean, they got a paycheck, so whatever.
Well, I mean, look, when I interviewed Chavo Guerrero Jr., he said it right there. He said, hey, WWE didn't know what any of that stuff was. They didn't know what lowriders were. They didn't know what Viva la Raza meant. We had to explain it to them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They didn't get it. Yeah.
You know, he said that. So yeah, but Ahmed Johnson came out and said that, yeah, man, DX was like really pushing the line and that it really bothered him. And another thing he said was like the whole Montreal screw job, like that really bothered him too, man. So
yeah. Hey, before you go on, speaking of I think it was probably more Shawn, bro. Because everything I've heard of Triple H, man, you know, he was pretty much a gentleman, didn't drink, you know, even healed. I think it was probably Shawn. But also I want to say today, I don't know if you've seen yesterday on ECW or AEW, that Billy Gunn supposedly retired, left his boots in the ring. Did you see that?
Right. Yeah.
That was a trip.
Yeah.
Good career. Good long career.
Yeah, good long career, man. I kind of had him retired already, but yeah, I knew that he was doing his thing over there in AEW.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, good for him.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe he'll return to the WWE for like a reunion with DX or something one day.
That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna 100% agree with you, Paul. If anything, I think it was Shawn Michaels.
Definite.
Yeah, because
Definitely.
because he
And
was.
I don't know, and I don't know Billy. I don't know what Billy and Road Dogg. I don't know their characters to say it was them, but for sure it was probably Shawn. Shawn was pushing the envelope, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, they were at war with WCW, man. So
That's right. Hey, they did good. Remember the Tank? They're one of the greatest ever, man.
Yeah. Hey, Paul, I am all caught up with Hidden Treasures.
Right.
It is a great show. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, the WWE is going to be opening up a museum. And what they're trying to do is that they're trying to get a lot of meaningful things from history. And a lot of people that have this stuff are collectors, and WWE just can't go and say like, hey, this belongs to us, give it back. They have to go and negotiate with them. And it's a pretty damn good show.
Heck yeah.
I've really come to fall in love with it, man. Paul,
Right.
I went ahead and I watched the one on the women.
Yes.
For them to let me see, American Wrestling never respected Mexican wrestlers. Yeah, I think Eddie Guerrero was probably the guy when he got to the top. That kind of made everybody look a little bit differently at them.
Yeah. And then Eddie putting that rub on Ray. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, bro. If I turn on wrestling from Mexico like Tijuana,
yeah,
and you know how they pin them, and then the match will start again.
Right.
I still don't understand Mexican wrestling, bro. To this day, I'm a wrestling guy, bro. I don't know what's going on, bro.
I think it's the best 2 out of 3.
Is that what it is?
I think it's the best 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5, something like that, man. It's something like that, man. But okay, so back to the show, man. To Hidden Treasures. So they're looking for gear to pay homage to the women's to the history of women's wrestling, and they're looking at a couple of cool firme things. One of the things, Paul, that they were looking for was the title, the women's championship belt that Alundra Blaze, aka Medusa, dropped in the trash can live on Monday Night Nitro when she jumped ship to WCW. So Mick Foley was hired to go over to Medusa's house to try to negotiate with her, because apparently Mick Foley, aka Mankind, aka Brother Love or Dude Love, Cactus Jack, I guess he has a good relationship with her.
Yes.
So he goes over there, he sits down with her, they're chopping it up, and she's giving the story on what happened, why it happened, and all that stuff. And she didn't think it was gonna blow up the way it did, and all this stuff, right? And she said that when she was inducted into the Hall of Fame, I think it was 2015, she tried to give that title back to Vince.
Right.
And Vince said, nah, it's cool. It's yours. You keep it. This was before there was any thoughts of having, this WWE museum that they're trying to get together.
Right.
So now they want it back. But now Alundra Blaze or Medusa doesn't want to give it back.
Right.
You know how much she's asking for them to purchase that belt back?
Yep.
$100,000, Paul. 100,000. And Mick was like, well, wait, you were willing to give it back? She's all like, yeah, I was then, and they didn't want it back. So now it's business, and I have a number in my head. And if nobody watches this show, you just can't throw any numbers out there. They have a certain budget. They have a low and they have a high that you can negotiate with. I don't remember how much the budget was. I don't know if you do, Paul, that Mick Foley.
I think it was around 25, 30 or something.
Okay, right. And she blew that out of the water, man. She's saying $100,000 for that strap. Now, they didn't get it. And I know it's TV, but Trish and Dita looked pretty damn pissed. And they were like, you know what? Screw that. There's a lot of women that we can, that were pillars, that we can go ahead and show great history for women in wrestling. They never got the title, Paul.
Yep.
They never got the title, Holmes. Yep. They went and got a bunch of other stuff, but I don't know, Paul. To me now, it's like I kind of gotta have that strap, man. How say you?
Man, bro, it's a hard thing to say, bro, because that chick didn't want to give it the title, which she don't have to, bro. But this is where she messed up, I believe. Medusa, if she would have sold the title, let's say 30 grand, right? Or 35 grand, she could have got 35 grand. And I'm sure the WWE would have hired her here and there to do shows, to come on here, maybe once in a great while, show up or come to these autograph events. And, she could have made money that way, bro. But she just cut her string off, bro. She is not connected to the WWE no more. And Booker T and them pretty much said, Chala with this girl, dude. She's out. She's out all the way up, man. And they cut her loose. She blew it, bro. Straight on TV, and they put it on TV. They were straight dogging her, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's what kind of blows my mind a little bit, that you guys could see all this on TV. It's there. Where Booker T is like, the hell with Medusa.
Yep.
And you guys can see Mankind, Mick Foley, inside Medusa's house trying to negotiate with her, and she's like, well, I was gonna give it away back then, not now. Now it's business, and it's 100,000, and if not, then we got nothing else to talk about. And Mick Foley, as he's leaving, he's like, what the hell? He's beside himself, man.
Yeah, he's hurt, man. He's like, dude, he feels like kind of betrayed. Like, this is his good friend. Like, man, dude, like, what's going on?
Okay. Does Vince ever get okay. On the down low, does he pay her the money and get the strap back?
No, not that much. Bro, I wouldn't care. Like, if I went to the museum, that wouldn't be one of the things I'm going for. I'm going to see the Undertaker's stuff, the Undertaker's mask, the Undertaker's cape. I'm going to see the Ultimate Warrior, Macho stuff. I ain't so much cared about that belt, but you can tell, I guess it doesn't mean a lot in history, bro, because most of the stuff they buy on that show, they don't pay 30 grand. And they were willing to pay 30 grand for that belt. So it must mean something more than I'm thinking.
Right. Vince was always been pretty petty. Like the Ultimate Warriors DVD. Oh,
yeah.
The one that came, I think it was like in 2006 or something like that.
Right?
Yeah. He told everybody to like pretty much dog Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, man. Hey, but Ultimate Warrior was kind of a jerk, wasn't he? In a sense? Or is that just because of the picture that Vince made?
Honestly, I'm not even really sure, man. I know there were people. It just wasn't like Vince and Hogan that didn't like him, but apparently there were quite a few in the back, man, that didn't like Warrior. And I remember Vince was like, man, I cannot wait to fire this guy. He's too hard to work with.
Wow.
So
hey, Cholo, but trip out on this, bro. This is something I have against that show. What's it called?
Hidden Treasures, I think it is.
Hidden Treasures WWE or something like that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that gets me, bro. So if you guys follow the show, they're sending usually Mick Foley or Lita or there's always somebody new every week. Sometimes they have Rikishi, and they're going people's houses to try to retrieve these artifacts of wrestling, man.
Mhm.
And this is what gets me. They'll go into somebody who has a wrestling connection, and let's say there's a robe from Ric Flair, right?
Right.
They'll go in and they'll say, and Mick Foley will go in and say, hey, like maybe one of the old WWE wrestlers owns it, and they'll say, hey, would you be mind giving this to us for free? Like once in a while, they'll say that, you know?
Yes.
Would you
Yes.
mind donating it? And
Yes.
what Mick Foley is doing is saying, donate this to us, a multi-billion-dollar company, and you get nothing, just for free, just out of the goodness of your. I don't like that, bro, because Vince McMahon, the WWE, they're a billion-dollar company, bro. They could afford to pay these people, so I don't like that aspect of it, man. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not too down with it either. I think maybe because it's okay. So in that same episode, Lita and Trish Stratus went ahead and put up their outfits that they wore when they main evented Monday Night Raw. That was the first time ever that women have main evented Monday Night Raw. And it was for the championship match where Lita landed a moonsault off the top turnbuckle to beat Trish for the title. And they went ahead and they put that up. I think maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe some wrestlers like I don't think Rey Mysterio charged anything for a lot of his mask. I think he just kind of gave them up.
Right.
So maybe that's getting, maybe some of these guys would just kind of give it up, maybe because they got so much more. I don't know. But I'm with you, Paul. If you're gonna go and you say, like, hey, do you mind just giving it to us? Like, I think that's a bad strategy for good faith of negotiation already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because the wrestlers are no longer wrestling who own them, and they're
Right.
they don't have they're not making the money they used to. They could probably use the money, pay a
Right.
couple of months rent, whatever. And did you see the one with what's his name, man? Dusty Rhodes. Did you see that one?
What did they get from him?
No, they went to a house, and they went with oh my gosh, I can't remember his Cody. They
Okay.
went with Cody. It was Cody and Mick Foley went to this guy's house to get Dusty Rhodes stuff. And at first, Cody's like, man, I felt offended. All my dad's stuff is there: his trunks, his shirts, his robes. I mean, had so much stuff. Had that black chick's earrings, and then Dusty, and then pretty much they wanted to, would you be willing to give up this stuff? And the guy's like, not for $1 million, bro.
Right.
Not for $1 million. In other words, man, bro, like imagine seeing your dead father's stuff there, and Cody doesn't even know how it got there, bro. This stuff was in my basement, and it's like, oh man, I don't even know if this episode aired yet because they stopped it right there. So it might have just been a tease. It's on the WWE YouTube page. Check it out later.
Okay. What ends up happening in cases like that, and I'm kind of with you, Shadow, when you're with this comment right here. That belt, I honestly, man, I think Vince is gonna end up, paying her under the table, man, and getting that belt.
Yeah, if they don't got it already.
Yeah, it could be. But you know what happens in cases like that, Paul? Because there are these collectors that say, "Charles, no amount of money." What ends up happening, I'm sure you've seen this, that they end up offering them some other memorabilia,
Yeah.
and a lot of times that does work.
Yeah, or alone.
Or alone, yeah, which I'm not even really sure what that means. It's like, okay, so it's only going to be at the museum. I don't know, partial of the year. I don't.
Yeah, I would think so. Just kind of like the art exhibits, how they travel, like King Tut and all that stuff. He's here in LA for what, 2 months, and you got 2 months to go see him, and it keeps people guessing that there's always going to be something new. Hey, they better get on with this museum, brother, because I don't know where it's going to be. Wherever it's going to be, I'll definitely take a trip.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be there in Connecticut, isn't it?
That would be dope.
Yeah, yeah. Shao saying it's because Vince feels entitled because he feels like he's a creator. Yeah, I get it. It's just I'm with you, Paul. It's a little bit. If you want to start negotiating, yeah, don't just say, "Would you mind just donating?"
Right.
I do kind of understand because I do believe Rey Mysterio, and I could be wrong, but I do believe Rey Mysterio did give up a lot of his stuff.
Yeah.
I do believe he did. I think Trish Stratus actually gave up her outfit when she main evented Monday Night Raw for the women's never done that. I think she gave it up free. So I'm wondering if that's just kind of capturing on like, hey, why throw some money? But you're right, Paul. You guys are it's a multi-billion-dollar company. Just, hey, man, go there with a number and start negotiating. Start low and then go high, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if even just for being on the show, hey, let's say they call up somebody, who would it be? Ahmed, right? They call up Ahmed. Hey, he has a collection. We're going over, and just for being on TV, we're going to give you $5,000. I wonder if they get money for even being on TV, because when you watch the show, there's commercials, so they're obviously WWE's getting paid. So I wonder if they get money for just being on the show.
He had to bring up Ahmed. That's right, man. He's got all the collection of the DX stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
All defaced and stuff, man.
Yeah. I know,
Dog, I just found that just weird, man. That Medusa definitely overpriced it.
Ooh, they must hate her, bro, because they let that go unaired where they were bashing her.
Yeah,
Where Booker T's like, hell with her, and
yes.
and they're like, oh, we got other women who would be willing to show all their stuff from their history, and just like, wow. Lita, Trish bashed her, everyone did.
Yeah, that's bad, man. I don't think that relationship is gonna heal up, man. So what would you guys like to see in the museum? I mean, they already got a couple of cool things, man. They got the Piper's Pit.
That would be dope to see. That would be dope to see the whole Piper's Pit set up the way they had it back in the day when he hit that guy, when he hit Superfly, like that whole setup. That'd be dope.
Hey, what do you hit him with? A melon?
Coconut. Hey, dude, and it all came out later, bro. It just, I guess Superfly said hit me, and he had those things on his head, and it was a coconut. It wasn't cut open in any way, dude. And if you know coconuts, dude, they're hard, dude.
Yeah,
on his head, dude.
Yeah. Okay. One thing that did kind of bother me, okay, on that show. So Eddie Guerrero, right? They're looking to get some stuff for Eddie Guerrero, and that's cool, man. But they want to get one of his lowriders.
Yes.
Okay. I'm looking at, get a lowrider that's meaningful. I'm thinking about the lowrider. Now, I'll be real. Do I remember the lowriders in certain matches that he came out to? No, right. I don't. Okay, I'm being honest. I don't.
Right.
But at least give one of the go after one of the lowriders, man, that he had a big, meaningful match. I'm thinking, Paul, get the lowrider he came out to when he beat Brock Lesnar, man.
Right.
You go after a lowrider that he had a match in SmackDown against Kurt Angle. Like, what's so meaningful about that, man?
Right.
Like it's a regular SmackDown. You're facing Kurt Angle. Not to say that's not a good match. That's a great match, but it's just a regular SmackDown, and it's just a regular match on SmackDown. Like, dog.
If I'm right, it wasn't even his car, right?
Yeah, no, it's not his car.
So what I figured every place they would go when he'd come out a lowrider, they just borrow one from the local car club, right? That's what I assume.
Right.
So
That's what it seems like. Yeah.
Yeah. So it didn't, like, I agree with you, man. It would have been neat to got that Brock Lesnar one, bro. That was dope. That would have been dope.
Yeah, man. Because now you get, what do you get to say? Oh, this is one of his lowriders he came out to. Like, oh, okay. Like, when? Oh, on a SmackDown, he faced Kurt Angle, as opposed to, hey, this is the lowrider that he came out to the night he became WWE champion against Brock Lesnar. Like, come on, man. Damn, moms. But
that would be cool though to see, like, everything he wore that night. He wore that night. If they still have it, I don't know if they have it, but that would be neat to see that.
Shadow, I'm with you, dog. They gotta have something of the Goblin Gooker, man. They gotta have something. They gotta have the egg or the nest. They gotta have the nest would be cool.
Hey, next time you talk to Chavo, if you ever see him again at the wrestling, dude, you gotta ask him, bro. Whatever happened to that costume, bro? Does his brother got it, or does the WWE got it?
Who was it? Mondo? Who was it?
Hector. It was Hector.
Okay.
Hector was the next one up from Eddie. A little bit older than Eddie.
Okay.
Well, not a little bit, probably like 8 years.
Right. Okay.
Look just like Eddie, bro. It looks just like Eddie, man. If Eddie was a couple years older.
All right, man. Hey, Pablo, anything else, big dog, before we wrap it up?
No, man. Just really quick. So tonight we got Seth Rollins teams with Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day. We got Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar under one roof. We got Logan Paul live on Raw, so he's going to be there. And Maxine Dupree takes on Valhalla tonight. So mid card Raw. We'll see how it goes.
And not just that, Logan Paul starts the show.
Does he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm DVRing it right now. But I will say this, bro. But as we're winding down, I would say fire Ricochet. I would always say that, right? But I'm actually into this angle, bro. I'm into this angle. I'm really into this match. I'm looking forward to seeing this one, bro. The build-up is very good, bro. And I got to say, okay, we'll keep Ricochet for now.
Yeah, he's definitely a great wrestler, but damn it, man, he really needs to work on his charisma.
Yeah, but with Logan Paul next to him, it's helping, bro. It's helping, bro.
It is.
It's a good angle. It's one of the better angles they're having on SummerSlam.
Yeah, it is pretty good, man. It is pretty good. So we'll break down SummerSlam in a few days. But hey, Pablo, always fun talking wrestling with you, big dog.
Yeah, brother. One of these days we got to get Shadow on here to do a pre pay-per-view or something with us. Something.
Yeah, he's a tribal chief hater, though, man.
Is he? Is he a tribal chief hater? Man, everybody's some kind of hater on here, bro. Hey, yeah, man.
Oh, man. All right, yeah, we'll make something happen, man. But hey, that is Pablo from the LA Times, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout outs to all the junkies. It is WrestleMania Junior, aka SummerSlam week, and we'll definitely break it down. Shout outs to all the junkies. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
And